Harley Davidson new market with Cam, the guy that sold me the 2 bikes that I have.
Hello everyone.
Hello, Cam. Good to see you.
Good to see you again, mate.
Right, basically this video is about to talk the Sportglides. Original Harley Cams, custom made for, in my experience, for a better comfort. So Cam, you know the specs better than I do.
Yeah, of course. Well, you'd like to think so. What we'll do is we'll start off by explaining, this is one of our used bikes we've currently got in the showroom. Now this is, apart from having a taller screen, this is how it comes from factory. So the Softail Sportglide comes with, from factory, a 1746cc Milwaukee 8 engine, which we call in cubic inches because it's American, a 107 engine. You've got the detachable windshield on the front, and then you've also got detachable panniers, or what else could you call them instead of panniers? Saddlebags. But they're detachable, lockable, and they all work with the same set of keys that you get with the bike. Comes with the Mantis wheels, fairly long wraparound fender, front and back, forward controls which come as standard, fully adjustable preload suspension for both rider and pillion, as well as having a pillion seat and pillion pegs as standard. Couple other bits and pieces. You've got a 6-speed gearbox, cruise control which comes as standard, and self-cancelling indicators. So what we did with Wilson, you came in and test rode one from us, was it last year?
Yep, now September, October last year. Yeah.
And the bike that you had was in our used lineup, and it had a few modifications done to them. So if we have a look, this one over here, Wilson was lucky enough to find one that had already had what we call a stage 2. So people that are watching that aren't too familiar with Harley Davidson and the stages, a stage 1 is where we essentially have 3 components. One is we upgrade the air filter. So we want to give the engine more breathing space, so more air intake altogether. The second part is you choose an exhaust. For the Sportglide, there's a number of different options with either slip-on exhaust or full system if you're looking for a louder noise or more performance. And then the final element of that is the tuning. So in-house, we tune all of our bikes. Stage 1, you're looking about up to 10% increase of power depending on, again, air filter or pipe. Now this one is a stage 2. So what Wilson's got on here, you can tell by the push rods because they're in black. The stage 2, from a stock motor, you're looking at 25% increase of power up to, if you choose the torque cam, or there's also the power cam as well, which gives you more power in the higher RPM. Obviously the Cobra exhaust was already on there as well, which has got a nice noise to it, if you'd agree. Beautiful, yeah. And we've got the Screaming Eagle ventilator air intake as well. So that's your 3 components for stage 1 and stage 2. A couple other bits and pieces you can see on the bike. You've got the detachable sissy bar and backrest pad. So if you are riding 2 up, as you can see, the one on the right doesn't come as standard. But what's quite popular and common within Harley Davidson is 2 up riding. Now, there's nothing more comfortable for a pillion than having somewhere to lean back into, as opposed to sliding off of the back of the seat. Yes, exactly, to yourself. And again, for luggage. Now, these panniers can carry quite a decent amount, probably a good weekend size amount.
Yeah, more.
But if you're looking at doing a bigger trip, or you want to take that extra rucksack, then the detachable luggage rack on the back just means you've got more cargo, so to say. Now, one of the best modifications I think that Wilson's done on this bike after he bought it was the difference in the thrashing supply. So why did you go for these?
This one's 9.5 inches risers.
With thrashing,
amazing
right?
Thrashing bars, amazing position on a 90-degree angle for the arm, so a better comfort on a long trip compared to the low position on the original Glide. Yeah. Which is quite going that way to going that way.
You find you're leaning a bit more further forward when you're on the original bars.
And then you get tired very quickly. But with this one's amazing comfort. Bigger grips, normal grips, smaller. So more comfort on the hand. El Paso windshield.
From Memphis Shades.
17 inches high. Completely different to the original. Yeah. In this one, the turbulence on the motorway, you don't have any.
Yeah, you would know better than us, because apart from whenever we've got demonstrators, we normally do things like exhaust and seats. We never really venture into doing handlebars, mainly from a cost perspective. So the best feedback that we get with customization is from people like Wilson and customers coming and telling us. Now this screen, I imagine that it's got to be easily 10 inches bigger than what the standard one is. And with the handlebars as well, giving you that more relaxed, laid back.
So it's 9.5 inch and 2.5 inch
on the bar as well.
So
yeah,
you get a quite good height, quite good comfort.
and they look great on it. They suit the
Yes.
bike,
Yep, floorboards,
which is another upgrade.
Another
as opposed to
upgrade.
the foot pegs.
no more foot pegs on there with the floorboards.
And you went for the engine
and
bar.
then the engine bar and highway pegs. Extremely good comfort on the long run.
Exactly. You don't necessarily have to buy a touring bike within a Harley Davidson range to go touring on it, depending on not just budget, but style as well. If you like the look of this bike, it doesn't necessarily mean you've got to go and buy a £30,000
Bike,
Road
yeah.
Glide, Street Glide Ultra.
Yeah.
You can just make this capable of doing it,
Okay,
right?
yeah, exactly the same. Yeah, basically.
The other thing that I suppose we can say on the video is that there's still more that Wilson should or
Yes.
could buy for this bike. So other bits and pieces,
Get
you've
rid
got
of the
things like the
indicators.
indicators. You can change them to all LED or micro LEDs so that they're more hidden.
Yeah.
You can change levers from chrome, black or edge cut. There's probably 50 to 60 different sets of levers and mirrors that you can choose from with aftermarket and Harley Davidson. We spoke about the mirrors, obviously handlebars. There's a huge array of handlebars that you can change from. Seats is another topic. You've got Harley seats, people like Salomon,
yes, the
Lepera,
Salomon,
Mustang. Tons of different seat options you can go for with that. And even down to the nitty gritty, if you didn't like any of the chrome on the bike, we've had a few customers in the last few years which have built all the black bolt-on kit. So the entire heads, push rods, chrome exhaust guard, transmission cover, cam
That's
cover,
fully
primary
black,
cover.
yeah.
You can black out the
Fully
entire
black,
thing,
black.
as well as the center console as well. So depending on budget, style, and sort of what you want to achieve out of a bike, you can come down to us just like what Wilson did, and we can spec you up a bike personalized to you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Mate, you're welcome, anytime.